What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel, or if you are here for the very first time, then an extra special welcome to you. My name is Beth, and in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys the most requested topic that I have gotten this entire pregnancy, and that is everything that I am buying for my second baby. This is a video I've been procrastinating because I knew that it meant getting my crap together, getting everything purchased, everything set up for baby number 2 to arrive. I am running out of time to procrastinate. Another reason why it's taken me a little bit longer to do this one is because I have gone ahead and already done the work to pull a discount code for nearly every single brand that I'm going to mention to you guys today. They're not all affiliate links, but as a young mom, I know how important it is to save money wherever possible. So if you do want to try and get a discount code for any of the things that I've mentioned in this video, check the description box and there may be one there. I am also super excited to be working with an incredible dream brand when it comes to motherhood on today's video, and that is Baby Bay USA. So if you guys want to stay tuned for a special offer that they have for viewers of my channel, then just keep on watching. So behind me on this bed is literally every single thing that I purchased for baby number 2, and I'm very proud of myself that I was able to fit it all on the bed without even actually needing to take up the entire span of the space that's there. When it comes to baby products and things that I need for that first year of life, I am very minimal. And so for this baby, I'm going to be showing you all of the things that I either bought a second of, decided to replace based on my first experience as a first-time mom, or just thought was really cute and decided it was worth having for this baby. So that being said, I would recommend that you guys go back and watch my video where I talk about all of the essentials for the first year of a baby's life in my newborn essentials video. So go and check that one out. I will link it here, as well as my video where I talk about the things that I bought for my first baby and ended up regretting, because there was a lot of stuff that I regretted and didn't need. So definitely go check those out as you build your registry and kind of wrap your head around it. But let's dive into the haul for baby number 2. All right, let's start with clothing. So when it comes to clothing for our second, we are having him in October, which is a little bit of a cooler month. This time around, I've needed to consider the month of the year a little bit more and get a little bit of a warmer wardrobe for baby. I do have a ton of neutral baby clothes. I definitely prioritized that the first time around, even though we did know it was a baby girl, because I wanted to keep the wardrobe really minimal between all of our kids. So this time around, it's been really nice. I haven't needed to do those big hauls in terms of clothes to buy clothes for this baby. It's just been filling in the gaps here and there with more gender specific stuff in the warm stuff. So I did pick up just a couple of new sleepers and things like that. I got a few from Old Navy because I did really like those for our first baby. They do run a little bit small, so I got this in 0 to 3 thinking it would fit for the first couple of weeks maybe, but this baby is supposed to be a little bit smaller than our first one as well, so I may actually get more wear out of it. This one is also Old Navy in 0 to 3. I think I got a few that were 0 to 3 and then a couple that were 3 to 6 months, and then beyond that point, most of what we have is already neutral. I did splurge on a couple of baby sleepers last time, and it is nice because I have those for this baby as well, but I'm not gonna do that again this time. I found that some of the sleepers that were $50, $60 a sleeper, it was just unnecessary, and some of the ones that I was able to find at H&M or Old Navy or even thrifted were just as good as those ones were, so we are keeping it a lot more affordable when it comes to baby sleepers. I did also grab just a couple of cozy sets that were a little bit more gender specific. So this one is also from Old Navy. This one I just picked up from the Grayson Collective at Target. So absolutely love this one. I'm really excited and may actually use it as a, I don't know, coming home outfit, or at least for the first few photos that we have of him. And then finally, just another example of what I picked up this time is this big chunky knit sweater from Old Navy. So I've kept it really cheap, really minimal when it's come to clothing this time, but there is a little bit more than this. I'm just not going to go through every single clothing item in this video. So I don't know if this one fits in the clothing category, but I'm going to throw it in there. We had a hooded towel for our daughter, and I thought that it would be important, obviously, for them to have photos matching in hooded towels. So we got this one from H&M for our son. The other one that we had was a bear, so I am really excited to just get adorable photos of them in their matching bath towels. Moving on to swaddles and blankets, Burp cloths. that entire world. I am of the unpopular opinion that you don't need to have a lot of Swaddles, and I know some people just like absolutely love having a ton of Swaddles, but for me, I just feel like it was unnecessary. Like, I wasn't reaching for them. They were really pretty, but they were sitting in the drawers, and I found that it was annoying to actually swaddle them in the actual swaddle blankets. I much preferred using like a sleep sack style swaddle or different things like that when it came to sleep. And so this time around, I learned my lesson. I didn't invest in a bunch of different swaddles or burp cloths or blankets or things like that. I'm keeping it super minimal. So I did pick up a baby blanket for our son. This one is from Indigo. I thought it was just like a really nice muslin large type blanket. This thing is huge. I actually got it on sale as well for 50% off. So if they still have it, I will link it in the description box for sure. But this is just like, I envision him coming out and just being wrapped in this and like just existing in it for a while. And I'm very excited about that. So I did get him a baby blanket because I feel like every baby needs to have their own baby blanket. And this is the only blanket that I picked up. When it comes to like swaddles, I try and get swaddles that can also double as burp cloths, and I find that the more like muslin-y ones are a little bit more absorbent than others. So the ones that I do have for this baby are these like sagey green type ones from the brand Mushi. So I have a package of 2 of those for the baby, and in terms of swaddles and blankets, you guys, that's all I got. I don't need much more than that. If I find that I need any more, luckily, again, all of the ones that we had for our first baby were also gender neutral. So I did try a bunch of them, but the best ones that I tried were the ones that came from Not Baby and Maybe Baby. So do with that information what you will, but this is all that we have for swaddles and blankets for baby number 2. So I don't 100% know if you want to put burp cloths in the same category as swaddles. Again, I do try and like double purpose that just so I have less stuff lying around. But I did pick up a package of the like world famous Amazon swaddles. I've seen a bunch of people on YouTube talk about these. They are really, really soft. They feel like they're pretty absorbent. And obviously it's just nice to have something that's white, because if your baby is spitting up, it's white most of the time, and these are really easy to clean. One thing that I will note is that if you do pick these up, do not put them in the dryer. You will need to hang dry because they will shrink quite a bit. We have already washed these. They were totally fine after we hung dry, but I am really excited to try these with this baby because I tried to use some of the different types of fabrics for burp cloths last time, like cotton, and I just found that only the muslin ones really did the trick for me. So I have a bunch of these this time, and they were an incredible price as well. All right, moving on to baby's change basket. Because we already have like a full changing table in our daughter's room that has a changing pad on top of that, and that one's like not cute, I decided that this time I would get something cute that I could repurpose as they get older and don't need a change table anymore. So this one I thought would be nice because I can put their stuff in it afterwards, like stuffed animals and toys and things like that in the playroom or in their bedroom. So I wanted to get something that was just a little bit nicer for this baby, and we are not doing a nursery for this baby. We are room sharing with him for as long as we can and then migrating him into our daughter's room because they're so close in age. But this is a change basket from a brand called Ollie Ella. It's from Indigo, and the insert is as well. I believe it's also Ollie Ella. So this is in like their oat color. Again, it's very much like that muslin-y type fabric. It's very plush, very like soft to the touch. Am I nervous about having a fabric changing pad? No. I feel like that is one thing that people often say is it's so much easier to just like have something that you can wipe down between changes, but then I always felt like that wasn't like very cozy or nice for the baby to go onto, so I would have put something down anyway if it wasn't already warm and soft. And then I'm just having to wash that thing. So I feel like for us, the fabric change mats were actually totally fine. We've been using it for our daughter now for over a year. So I was excited to get one that was a little bit more beautiful this time around. Final kind of accessory before I get into baby sleep are the bibs pacifiers. We absolutely love bibs in this household. I am very much pro pacifier when it comes to baby sleep and baby soothing. Of course, it is important to replace pacifiers after your child has been using them for a certain amount of time. So we did want to get him just obviously all new pacifiers and fully sanitize them before he arrived. So we have a nice assortment. Oh shoot, I'm gonna have to sanitize that one again. We do just have a nice assortment of very much like baby boy inspired pacifiers this time around. All right, let's move on to baby sleep, because baby sleep is also very much mom sleep. So here's what I bought in terms of sleep for baby number 2. First thing is the Halo Sleep Sack Swaddle. We absolutely love these things. I accidentally got this in size, I think 3 to 6 months. So I actually do need to go and get like the newborn size. But these are really, really lovely if your baby has a strong startle reflex. So we found that with our first, she was very jumpy if she wasn't swaddled tightly. And so up until the first signs of rolling, this is what we used, and they are considered healthy and safe for your baby. So we decided to get another one again. This is what it looks like. It's just a nice like cream color. And then it does just have Velcro across the front that you use to kind of swaddle them in nice and snug. And some people will say that the like Velcro on these wakes the baby up. Never experienced that. I found that our baby slept great, and most of the time that I was either strapping them in to the swaddle or taking them out of it, they were already awake. So we never had an issue with like wake ups or things like that with these swaddles. They're just really nice. So 10 out of 10 recommend the Halo Sleep Sack Swaddles. Next thing in the baby sleep category is sound machine. I did switch brands this time. If you watched our first video where I share newborn essentials, we did really like the Hatch sound machine. But I found that because that one is already in our daughter's room, and because it has a lot of features and is more on the pricier end of things, that we just didn't need that this time around. We wanted a sound machine that like made the white noise sound, had a light night functionality, and was just a lot more simple. So we ended up landing on Dream Egg. This is their D1 sound machine, and I really like the sound that it makes because it's almost like a brown noise type sound. And I love to start sleeping with the sound machine before the baby is born because I feel like it helps me get used to it. The brown noise is definitely my favorite. So I really liked that the sound that this one made was more similar to that. And then we did also want a portable sound machine this time as well. I found that we were using a sound machine in the car a lot of the time when we were on the go, and we were playing it through the speaker for everyone in the car to hear. And there's not necessarily anything wrong with that, but there was just a couple times that we mentioned that it would be nice to have a portable sound machine. So now that we have 2 kids and there's going to be just a lot more sound going on in general, we thought it was a good time to have one of these. So this is the Dream Egg D11 portable sound machine, and we are really excited to use these 2 with baby number 2. While we are on the topic of baby sleep, it is a perfect opportunity for me to tell you about today's sponsor, Baby Bay USA. I am so excited to be working with Baby Bay USA on this video because genuinely, you guys, one of the areas that I failed in like the hardest when it came to what we purchased for our first baby was the bassinet situation. So I opted for like entirely cute and aesthetic, and it was so bad. Like our baby kept waking up throughout the night. It was scratchy. I felt like it was just way too open and kind of cold after coming right out of the womb. She was also like away from the bed, and I was having to get up out of the bed, walk over to her, pick her up to feed. It was not an ideal situation. All of that kind of paired with the fact that I wanted our baby to be closer to me in the night. I wanted to be able to experience what co-sleeping was like and the benefits that co-sleeping can have without the disadvantages of the safety stuff that can come with it. And so I found that I was just stuck in this situation of like, there is no bassinet that solves all these problems until I found the Baby Bay. So the Baby Bay, which is directly behind me here, is a bedside sleeper that is a more safe and convenient way for you to be able to bed share and co-sleep with your baby. It comes right up to the side of the bed, so you don't have to worry about actually physically getting up out of bed anymore in the middle of the night to get your baby. And it's a really safe way for you to actually be able to reduce separation anxiety from you and your newborn, better respond to hunger cues, and just get better sleep for you and your baby in general. These bedside sleepers are made in Germany out of eco-friendly, untreated solid wood, so there is no toxic wood glue, no plastics, no harmful chemicals, And an incredible thing about them is that for every tree that the brand uses, they plant another as well. So we actually went with the Baby Bay Maxi, which is really nice because it's designed for babies that are a little bit bigger, parents of twins, or just parents that want to room share with their babies for as long as possible and have them in the bedside sleeper. So it's a little bit more spacious and babies can actually grow into it really nicely. And another incredible thing about the Baby Bay products is that they do come with a side piece so that you can actually fully enclose the bassinet and not just have it be the bedside sleeper. We have rolling casters that are on the way in the mail, so we'll be able to actually push the full bassinet around the house when we want to, if I just want to have baby sleeping in the Baby Bay in another room of the house. So the fact that this thing is like convertible as baby grows, it's got space for him, it's safe, it's non-toxic. I feel like if I could write a dream list of all of the things that like the ideal bassinet would have for me, the Baby Bay USA checks it all off. Baby Bay USA has been generous enough to offer viewers of my channel a discount code on their products as well. So if you want to check that out, the link is in the description box, but I've also pinned it in the comment section. And if you use the code BethGraceMoore10, you can save on your order from Baby Bay USA. So thank you so much to Baby Bay USA for saving our bassinet experience this time around and for working with me on today's video. So let's move on to breastfeeding products because again, I feel like this time around I have a better idea in terms of the things that are most important to prioritize. I feel like I just went into breastfeeding blind and I learned a lot. I know what I need this time to at least try and improve the experience and to set myself up for success with that. So let's get into the breastfeeding products. So this time I am going to be using something that I didn't use at all with my first, and that is an automatic wearable breast pump. This is the Mom Cozy S12. It has 9 settings on it, so it's designed to fit directly into a nursing bra and actually just sit there very comfortably and do a lot of that work for you. So with my first baby, I didn't do any automatic pumping, but I also did have a lot of supply in the early stages that I lost like a few months into having my first baby, and I so wish and was kicking myself that I hadn't gone back and like taken advantage of that excess supply that I had while it was there to build up a freezer supply. So I will keep y'all posted on the breastfeeding journey as I did last time and let you know kind of how it goes. But I am really looking forward to trying these out and building up a freezer supply with baby number 2. Speaking of milk storage and breastfeeding, so I did grab some more breast milk storage bags. I like that these ones have a double zipper on them because I found that the ones that I used last time, the milk would kind of seep out a little bit at the top. But I really like using the breast milk storage bags because I like that they have all of the different kind of like prompts on them for the time that you put it away, the amount that's in the bag, all of that kind of stuff. So because I am really planning on building up a freezer supply, I did want to grab these in advance. In the same vein of needing to buy new soothers for a second baby, you also may want to consider getting new bottle nipples because as they wear down, the shape of them can change, they can kind of expand. And so I grabbed a couple of new like size, I think 0 and 1, I honestly don't know, the smallest sizes for babies in like bottle nipples because I wanted to have those ready for baby number 2. And I'm not necessarily planning on bottle feeding right away, but we do want to introduce it just because we like having that option just in case. So I grabbed a couple of new nipples specifically for that. Next couple of things are all very specifically designed to make my life easier when it comes to nursing. So last time when my milk came in, my nipples were so dry and cracked and painful, and I tried all of the like natural nipple butters and stuff like that, and they didn't really do the trick for me. So I have been highly recommended to try out Silverettes. So I do have that for baby number 2. Silverette actually gifted these to me, and I'm very, very thankful for that because I've heard great things about it. Essentially, it's supposed to just like use the healing properties of silver to take away a lot of the pain that you experience in breastfeeding. So I don't understand the science behind it, but this is, I'm hearing like an age-old way to actually reduce pain. And so these tiny little silver cups are just supposed to go right over my nipples and remove the need for any creams or like external topical treatments. So I am so stoked to try these and see if it actually works for me because I was in a lot of pain last time and it did make the first couple of days of breastfeeding pretty tricky. So I will report back on the effectiveness of the Silverettes on my nips. As part of my like improving the breastfeeding experience this time, I decided that I was going to treat myself to some top of the line nursing bras. I scoured the internet, I read every single review so you guys wouldn't have to find what the like top rated nursing bras of all time are, and it turns out they are the Bravado Designs Body Silk Seamless Nursing Bras. And I got one in this like nude color as well as in antique white. If I like these, I will probably go back and get them in more colors as well. They are a little bit pricier than what I bought last time, but if you want something that's a little bit higher end, I'm hearing that you just like cannot go wrong with these ones. The last thing that I decided on for baby number 2 when it comes to breastfeeding is a little bit more of a splurge, but it is the BB Hug Me nursing pillow. You guys know that I'm obsessed with BB Hug Me. I have their pregnancy pillow, and it is like my number one like top recommended pregnancy item. I had one of those, like, I don't know if it was a boppy, but it was like a boppy looking one where it kind of like was just a C that you pushed up against your body. But I found that it was really hard to do when I was holding my baby, because I would pick the thing up and then try to be like pushing it in, and it wasn't it. And it still wasn't like adjustable to however I wanted it to be. So the nice thing about these BB Hug Me ones is that they're fully adjustable in terms of like the way that you actually mold it to your body. It's the same as the pregnancy pillow, where you basically just like on the ends of it can just push in tighter or loosen it if you want it to be like a little bit more free flowing. But I can move this thing over here. I can move it over here. Like I can do it like this. Like I can really customize the breastfeeding experience with this pillow. And I'm just so excited because I know how much the pregnancy pillow like meant to me in this last pregnancy. So I feel like this is going to be just the final kind of piece in making breastfeeding a lot more just enjoyable this time around. That is another thing that I am really excited for with this baby. So next category is baby transportation items, whatever you want to call it. So with our first baby, we decided to get the UPPAbaby Vista, and the reason that we did that was for the situation that we are in now with having 2 under 2. The nice thing about the UPPAbaby Vista is that when you have a second kid, all that you need to purchase for the stroller to work for both of them are the adapters. You'll need the upper adapters to attach the like rumble seat, I think it's called, which is the toddler seat, to the top half of the stroller. And then you'll need the lower adapters to put either the car seat or the bassinet on the bottom. We're really excited that we don't have to buy another stroller or do anything with that, because strollers can be really expensive. So we are good to go, and all we needed to get this time were the adapters. Next baby transportation item is this driver's baby mirror. So again, we don't have to replace anything in terms of like car seat or things like that. We have the UPPAbaby Mezza because we did want it to fit in with the Vista stroller, and absolutely loved that car seat. It's good to go for the second baby. So the only thing that we did need to buy in terms of like car stuff was the mirror, so we could actually see the baby from the front seat. All right, we are on the final item, and it is already in use. I've been using this for a couple of months now, but this is the Maiden Diaper Bag, I believe in the shade Camel. And I ended up getting this when Vivian was probably a little under a year old. There was a little bit more of a need for more compartments and things like that in the diaper bag. And then also factoring in the fact that we were going to have a second child, I knew that there would need to be a little bit more distinction in the bag. This bag is really nice because it has room on both sides for things like bottles and water bottles if you also have a toddler. There's a really nice compartment in the back for the change mat, which is where we have our gather mat for diaper changes. And then on the inside of it, there's just like so much storage space. There's like cooler pack storage. So I just found that for having 2 kids and having a kid that's a little bit older, you need less of just like a black hole when it comes to the diaper bag. There's got to be lots of pockets and things like that so that everything has a home. It is also a backpack, which is really nice. I have the option of having it like look like a purse. and then I can throw it over my back when I need to have my hands available. So I will be using this diaper bag, I think primarily once we have the 2 kids. Well, you guys, that is everything that we have currently purchased for baby number 2. I will say it a million times, babies do not need much within the first year, and especially not within the first few months. They really just need you. So again, if you can prioritize the things that help to keep you at the top of your game when it comes to feeling good and getting as much sleep as you can, and breastfeeding being a comfortable thing for you if you choose to go that route, then that is what I would recommend doing, because I learned that the hard way and I'm now kind of course correcting a little bit with baby number 2. I am super excited to try out some of the newer products that we have for baby number 2, and I'll definitely keep you guys posted on our experience with some of the things that we're testing out with this baby. And if any of you are also interested in trying out the Baby Bay USA bedside sleeper, then definitely check them out. The link for that is in the description box. It's in the comment section, as well as the coupon code, which is Beth Grace Moore 10. So if you guys have any recommendations of things that you are trying out this time, drop them in the comment section, because I'm sure another mom would love to read that and just get a sense of what to add to her registry this time around. But until my next video, I love you guys, I'm praying for you guys, and I will see you soon.